Hi, I'm Jaime. I am in Seattle's historic Nihonmachi, or Japantown, and I'm going to give you a tour of it. Japantown grew with the influx of Japanese labor in the 19th and early 20th century who were looking for economic opportunity in the United States at a time when Chinese immigration was prohibited. And they soon found themselves also in racially segregated society and made this neighborhood their own, with their own economy and social life. At the neighborhood's peak in the early 30s, the population was about 8,500, and then during World War II, all the residents of Japanese ancestry were shipped off to internment camps, leaving the neighborhood vacant. In the windows of this building, there are a bunch of newspaper clippings and other informative pieces that tell stories about people who lived in this community, as well as people today who had mothers, fathers, and grandparents that grew up in Seattle's Nihonmachi. And the very saddest ones are where young Japanese American soldiers went off to fight for the United States in the war and left their family locked up in internment camps. One of these shows the book cover of Hiro Nishimura's book about his family during that time and the Japanese American experience, and the article in the paper about it. Inside the Panama Hotel, there are a lot of artifacts that you can learn from. Here they have a map of what this neighborhood looked like in 1928, when all the Japanese businesses were thriving. They also have a bunch of stories about prominent people in the community that have written books and become artists and done other interesting things with their lives post-internment camp. On the street, there's not a whole lot left of the original Nihonmachi. There's a few businesses, some Japanese restaurants, and civic organizations. However, most of what you see when you walk around is redevelopment. The Yeso Terrace housing project took out a big chunk of Japantown, and what you would have seen all around the neighborhood are laundries, barbershops, fish markets, vegetable markets, theaters, churches, language schools, hotels, lots of restaurants, and public bathhouses. And what there are today are several galleries, some art and design type of places, and more service industries and some niche market industries. The neighborhood was at its peak in the early 30s. The Depression brought it down a little bit, and the internment of Japanese Americans completely collapsed the neighborhood as it was. Hope you enjoyed this tour of what's left of Nihonmachi, and I hope you learned something from it. If you want to see more, visit my blog, click the link below this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.